You guys, hope everything's going well. You guys know the drill. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. Alrighty, so today I wanted to touch base on this topic that other individuals have chimed in about, and I want to give my opinion about this, and I want to hear from you guys as well. And it's the likability factor. And in terms of what I do, I usually speculate in cards 70% of the time, and then 30% of the time I'm buying cards for my own collection, autographs, etc. And in terms of the speculating part, when it comes to the players, what I'm going to be doing moving forward is I want to invest in individuals right now that are under the radar and also that have the likability factor going for them and that will continue in the future. And I want to talk about a few individuals who, in normal circumstances, they should be first ballot Hall of Famers. One individual, Kurt Schilling, he is not in the Hall of Fame because the media does not like him. And also, some people don't like him because of his politics. And my own opinion is I'm not looking at Kurt Schilling's politics. I'm not looking at his brash nature and how he speaks. I'm just looking at how he pitched for the Arizona Diamondbacks and also how he pitched for the Red Sox. And you could argue the way that he pitched for the Phillies. Kurt Schilling, especially with what happened in 2004, the bloody sock incident, that was pretty amazing in how he was able to pitch during that and help the Red Sox win a World Series. And he also, with Randy Johnson, they won a World Series with the Diamondbacks. They beat, what some people call the evil empire, the Yankees. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good Kurt Schilling was or how decent he was. Ultimately, the media doesn't like him. And because he doesn't have that likability factor, I don't want to invest in Kurt Schilling. I may, for my own personal collection, I may just buy something with Kurt Schilling down the road. And I'm looking online, and I definitely will show that in a future video once I buy that item. But there's also Antonio Brown, or changing topics to Antonio Brown, who was in the news the other day. In my opinion, if he didn't have all of this baggage, he would be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But because of the incident, especially yesterday, now the thing about yesterday, there's rumblings that Antonio Brown was allegedly hurt, and he told the coaching staff that, and the coaching staff didn't listen. And technically, that should be a NFLPA situation, but with Antonio Brown, what the coaches could say is no, that didn't happen. I don't think Arians wanted any part to do with Antonio Brown, especially after that Vax card situation or that fake Vax card situation. Now, that thing is that I don't want to put money into Antonio Brown. I'm sure people earlier on were putting money into someone like Antonio Brown. And I've told you some of the players now from a likability perspective in the past, like Tom Brady. Tom Brady is definitely, as he's gotten older, he's more likable. And it was easy for me in 2019, 2020, 2021 to put money into Tom Brady. Or I think it was 2020 where I was putting money into Brady in 2019. I had no issue in buying Brady cards. I think I bought a few cards of Brady in 2021. And I believe I made the right decision. Likeable factor. He presents himself well in front of the camera, unless he's going at it with some of his players. But what do you expect from the greatest player of all time? They're not going to be a complete saint. I was buying earlier Peyton Manning cards because of the likability factor as well in 2019, and I was selling a bunch of them in 2020. I think maybe one in 2021. So, yeah, that was my strategy before. Hall of Fame guys, likable individuals. At the time, I also was buying LeBron James cards, and in 2020, and maybe was it 2019? No, it was 2020. Before some of the cards went crazy, like the Sports Illustrated for kids cards. Those cards did not go crazy, and then the summer happened, and then some of his cards just went up 7-8x. I sold, unfortunately, when it was 3x for LeBron, right around the time where he got hurt. I think he hurt his ankle or something like that. But getting into LeBron James. Now, this is a topic that a lot of channels don't want to talk about, but a lot of people my age, they do not like LeBron James. Now, his cards have done really well. Yeah, you have to remember that there are a lot of players in the leagues putting money into LeBron cards. LeBron is still culturally relevant. He's the second greatest player of all time. So, yes, people are still going to put money in him. But from my own opinion, just looking at people my age, once again, a lot of them, they do not have a favorable opinion of LeBron. So me putting money into a guy where his cards have already gone up substantially, and I talked about my Hall of Fame strategy, regardless of whether he overtakes Kareem's, I think, point record. I believe that's what's next for LeBron. I don't feel comfortable putting money into LeBron because a lot of people, they don't like him. And that's why I'm going to sit back. I understand some people are going to be like, hey, guess what? This guy's the second greatest player of all time. He could potentially, if he finds a way in the next year or two to go to another team that's younger and puts it all together, because he's all about the super teams, maybe, okay? But for me, at this point, me putting money into LeBron, who you could say is a divisive figure at times, I don't want to put money into it. I'm looking into individuals, like I said, Hall of Fame guys that have the likability factor. And I'm looking, once again, Eli Manning, very likable guy. He is on the Monday night cast with his brother, and then they bring all these guests. I believe Aaron Rodgers is going to be on it tonight. There's also JJ Watt, like I told you. He's on my radar. Everyone likes him. It's just all of these guys that have an ability, at least on camera, to show a positive image of themselves. Now, we don't know how they act behind closed doors. They may just be complete a-holes, for all we know. From my understanding, someone like Peyton Manning, on camera, he's amazing, but behind closed doors, he's an a-hole, right? From what I've heard. And regardless, I don't care what they do behind closed doors. It's just the image. They have a great positive image. I want to invest in them. It may sound shallow, but at the end of the day, if you have that positive persona, more people are going to be putting money into you. And obviously, if they're a top caliber player. I want you to hear your thoughts about the likability factor. Do you avoid investing in individuals that aren't likable? Some people have said that Aaron Rodgers isn't a likable guy, so they're not going to put money into Aaron Rodgers. I put money into Rodgers last year, and I think in 2020 as well. And my reasoning for putting money into Rodgers is he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Now, I did not expect him to win the MVP last year, and he could potentially win it this year, which is insane. So you could have 4 MVPs for Rodgers now. And some people may say that Aaron Rodgers is a divisive figure as well, but I don't think to the certain extent as someone like Antonio Brown or Kurt Schilling. And I noticed I was selling this one card on eBay, and usually this card was going for about $75 in previous auctions, and then all of a sudden the card just like spiked up way above $75 now. I believe it was going for $200 at the peak. It was the Sage 2005 PSA 10. I bought a bunch of them for about 20 to $40. And now, yeah, the card in the auction is way over $100. So I'm like, interesting. So that MVP could help him. And in addition, a lot of people did not expect him to win another MVP. So, it is what it is. Now, I am curious to hear what you say. Do you avoid investing in individuals that could be toxic, that people don't like? For instance, are you avoiding someone like LeBron because a lot of people, they don't like his personality? They don't like some of the things he says on Twitter. For instance, Enes Kanter called him out the other day because he says X, but he doesn't say something about Y. And that's why Enes Kanter went after him. And regardless of whatever people think about Enes Kanter calls out everyone. And I'm surprised, or I will be surprised if Enes Kanter has a job next year. Now, once again, I'm going to ask you, do you target individuals that have that positive persona, that have the likability factor, that are worth investing in your opinion? Or you don't even care? You're just here to make money and you're just trying to exploit when the price is low, you buy low and you sell high. Let me know, guys. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below, guys. Thanks. Bye.